for those of you who are just joining, my name is Gigi and I like to do crafts and art and learn new things, and I also like to do some renovations as well as repurposing vintage pieces. So join me and enjoy the fun. Hi lovelies, I'm back again. The renovation is completely done, well, almost done. Some of the rooms not completely finished, so today I'm going to show you the bedroom and the living room and show you all the work that I've been doing throughout these few months, or let's say a year and a half or something like that. So I took my time in renovating, so the painting is finished and everything, and I've been adding a few pieces, and you'll notice some of the pieces I've added let's say 70% from the previous home. I hope you've watched my previous renovation in my previous house. So I just hope that you like what I've done with the place. So I started by changing the carpet, and I tried out these new carpets on Temu. So let me know what you think. So apparently it's waterproof and you can also use it outside. I just love the colors, although I would have preferred the green color that I saw on the website. When it came, it looked a little bit blue, but yes, so let me know what you think of it. So I found this little vintage chair on one of my explorations and vintage hunting, and some of them I find accidentally. It's quite a cute little jewel green that you can also renovate it again, repurpose it, and change the covering. And look out for the next video where I'm going to have some fun changing the fabric of the chair. So I'm not a gran yet. I just love the cushion and I found it on a vintage shop, and I decided to buy it. I loved the colors, the floral. As you know me, I like the garden, nature and vintage look. And also that is one of my cushions over there, made by Gigi and handmade by Gigi. And I've sold quite a bit now. They're already out of stock, but look out for my next cushions. So that's another piece of vintage furniture that I collected along my vintage hunting journey. It's actually a very old Singer sewing machine table, and it actually has the machine inside when you open it, and it actually works. It just needs to be fixed, probably just the belt, and that's it, and it's good to go. And that is one of the paintings that I bought on one of my travels. So this is from the Maasai market by very, very, very talented Kenyan artist. And I will find the number if you need to know which artist it is. I will definitely look for the number and then share with you, so next time you're traveling there, or if you're there already, you can go and check them out. And they're usually in the Maasai market, which is usually a very famous market in Kenya. I absolutely love those colors, so I incorporated it with a vintage frame, which I also found during my vintage hunts. So this is another kind of feature wall that I really liked. It's more than a feature wall, it's quite big, as you can see. So I was thinking of putting some chinoiserie wallpaper. I love chinoiseries. As you can see over there, I already found a new one, and I think I did a video on that. You can go and have a look, or you can check in the description below for the link to go and watch that. So that's one of my newest vintage chinoiseries. It's a little bit different, the colors are different. It's got a bit more green and red compared to the usual greens that I have. And that's where I keep all my nice books, where I can read, like treasuries for the home, and lots of things about home the home interiors and crafting, so you know what I already love. And this I also got as a little vintage cupboard. This is new as well, and it's really cute. It keeps all my glasses and drinks for my visitors when they come, so really cute. And it can store away more things, so it gave me more storage as well as looking really pretty. And it's also a very good opportunity for an upcycle as well. So I'm sure you've seen this mirror before. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really my style, so there's no way I'm throwing away or giving away, maybe upcycling them, but I absolutely love this, one of these pieces of mirrors that I collected along the way. And as you can see, I did a little bit of art with the sort of like, it's not completely wallpaper, this is actually stickers. Really pretty. I thought they were really pretty. It gives this chinoiserie wallpaper look. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Makes the home feel more homely and feel like a garden. As you can see, I reused my my dining table, because this home is really cozy and it's really charming. And yes, this is the only table that could fit in this corner in this home, unlike the other home where I had space for the dining table, but still the space was quite small. So you can see I've got also a new chinoiserie, but this one is very like modern English. And I did a video about this where I found the chinoiserie, this chinoiserie vase. So if you'd like to see it, also check in the description below for the link. Yes, you'll really enjoy this as well. It's one of my really beautiful new chinoiserie vases. I just love the color because I went out of my normal, again, green. Yes, so let me know what you think about this vase, or if you've seen it below, or if you've seen it before, that is. Yeah. As you can see, that's one of my other chinoiseries. I think you've seen this before. You've seen the first one on the left already. And it was one of my, I'm not sure it's one of my first ones, probably one of my third ones, but I've got a few other smaller ones. Maybe I did do a video about it. If I did, I will put a link below, but you can also comment or email me if you'd like to know where I found it. But it could have been one of those vintage hunts that I did. And as you can see, you've seen this one before. This is also one of my vintage dressers, where I used to keep all my drinks for the visitors before, but now I've got the bigger one. So definitely this is more for storage and storing more glasses and cups and anything else that I need to add there. And you can, as you can see, one of my artworks right there. The frame is also vintage, as you can see. And this cake plate is one of my crafts that I was making. I've made quite a few of these cake plates, and they are made out of vintage plates that I find along the way. And because I have so many in my collection, so I thought it would be really nice to make some vintage cake plates. I mean, yes, I think they're called cake plates, like tier cake plates. I think they're absolutely beautiful when you use with the vintage plates. And it was such a beautiful turnout. You know, I just did it as something to challenge myself and to see if I can do it. So, and that's, I like to use, or I've also decided to start using my own artwork and my own crafts in my frames. As you can see already, I'm obsessed with all these vintage antique items. So these are one of the many that I have found along the way, and I've reused some of them, like the purple one over there. Maybe if you've seen my previous interior deco DIY, you will notice that that was there already. I think it was there. Yes, the others are definitely new, and this is some of my artwork, like I said, except these ones here. Those ones came with the frame, but for this is one of my crafts, just experimenting. Yeah, let me know what you think. It's a bit quirky compared to the usual Victorian traditional artwork, which I also quite enjoy. I think the detailing and the talent is just exquisite. So I think you've seen this chair before, but I think it just really suited this room. This room is actually bigger, it's just that there's not much space for the dining table. The dining table is in this living room compared to the other place, but I love this house because it is much more bigger, much more spacious than the other one, but with, you know, a little bit of disadvantages here and there. So as you can see, these are some of my cushions by JIJJY, handmade by me, except the middle one. This one is a cute little number that I found, and I thought it looks cozy and really charming. It really goes with the chair itself. But the other cushions are all made by JIJJY, by me. Yes, let me know what you think. So I think I still have some of these cushions left over. Yes, in case you'd like some, let me know. So now let me take you to the hallway. As you know, this is a rented home, so there's just so much I could do, but I wanted to make it cozy and homely. So I'm going to show you what I did with the hallway, and you let me know what you think about it. So a few people have come in and they've said it's warm and homely and really pretty. So you let me know and give me your feedback in the comments below. So I just tried to be creative with this one. As you can see, these are faux flowers, and I incorporated some lights. But to be honest, you can get some of these flowers that actually come with little tea lights already attached to them when they are manufactured, when they are made. So that could be another alternative. So for me, when I got these flowers, they were for something else. I was going to use them for something else, but so they didn't have lights. I wasn't thinking that I want to put lights on them. So I was thinking, how about putting some tea lights on them to make them look pretty on the wall? But I really did want them to be a bit more fuller than this, but this is all I had. And I just thought, yes, I'm going to play around with it, and I think it came out really nice. It made the corridor look really pretty. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And maybe if I can show you a little bit of my own artwork, like for example that. So I wouldn't say that it's my own creation. These are one of the pieces where I'm learning. I'm teaching myself how to be a better artist, but also enjoy it at the same time. So it's by a Japanese artist as well on YouTube. I'll probably link her below in the description box. But I painted it myself, so it's let's say I was inspired by her art, and as I was learning to paint what she was painting. So this also is embroidery, which is also one of my crafts. So this is not hand Usually I like the hand embroidery, but this was machine embroidery, which was quite challenging, but it was a really nice challenge, and it's really pretty. Let me know what you think it was the first time you saw it. Yes, so I just gave you a few minutes there, so just let me know if you knew what it was from the beginning. But otherwise, this is, if you cannot see what this is, it's actually a horse, and it's a pretty horse with jewels, with pearls there. And if maybe, I don't do a lot of fashion videos, but I like pearls myself, and I like a bit of gold as well. But so this horse is wearing pearls, and it's got pearls also on the other, on the hair, as well as flowers, and it's got its pretty mane there as well. As you can see, that's the eyes, that's the nose, and that's the mouth, and that's the neck. Yeah, so let me know what you think of my little embroidery, and also let me know what you think of my little feature wall on the corridor. So what do you think of the renovation so far? I hope you're enjoying it. Just leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of the few, items that you've seen, and what you think of the style of my little cottagey little one-bedroom flat. So now let me show you the bedroom. And here's the bedroom. I think you've seen this carpet before, so I decided to use it in the bedroom instead because it's such a pretty carpet, to be honest. Really lovely colors, and I was actually going to give it away, and I thought I didn't want to part with it. It's really warm. You cannot see it from the video, but it's really thick and warm compared to the other rugs. The other ones are literally rugs. This is almost like a carpet. It's a rug, yes, but super warm because this one's very vintage, and it's one of my vintage finds, and they made it just the way they used to make it in those days, where they're very thick and strong, and all it just needs is continuous cleaning. As you can see, this one does need cleaning, but I think I will do it now when the weather is really hot and nice. And that's the bed over there, a nice little double bed. Let me know what you think of the design that I used. And I got a little bit creative. I'm really excited to show you this. Yes, I hope you didn't see a little bit at the corner there. That's where I've hidden all my things, because like I told you, it's a one-bedroom flat, little cottage, so we have to find every little space to a storage. So very limited storage. As you know, in the UK, storage is not really something that we have as a luxury. So let me know what you think of this mural that I've made. Again, it's the same as the living room. Instead of using chinoiserie wallpaper, I thought, let me get creative a little bit, and I really enjoyed doing this. So it just brought out all the creativity in me. It was so much fun. So there are also stickers. If you want to know where I got them, you can go to my description box. I think now what I'll do is I'll put the link so you can see where I got them. And let me come closer and I show you so I can show you what I did here. So this again is from Maasai Market in Kenya. These are all Kenyan talented artists. Very big. This is one of my, I love the other one in the living room, but this one is so unique. I don't even know what it is about it. It's stunning. So the frame, I found this frame just somewhere. I actually took it when I saw it one time. Sorry about that. You know, so I was going to the shops and I saw it and I thought, oh, this could do, you know, could do me well for a little DIY, a little remake, upcycling and things like that. So I saved it and I kept it for quite a while, but I didn't get time because of work. I didn't get time to fix it up. So I thought, let me use it for now. Just painted some gold on it, give it that shabby chic. But look out for the videos in the future where I'm going to do a really fun upcycle for this frame. So let me know what you think of this beautiful art from Kenya. They are in Maasai Market. Very beautiful. There's different designs, different prices. And I actually had to remove the frame and put it in, roll it up and put them in my suitcase to come with them. So these are the smaller versions, but as you can see, it's quite big. Yeah, it's actually bigger than the other one. Stunningly beautiful. I absolutely love them. So this is something I did here. Got a little bit creative as well. I feel like I was inspired a little bit with the little stickers on the wall in the living room. If I really think about it, let me know what you think. Again, if you want to know where I found this, I will put a link below, or you can email me so that I can give you some ideas where I got that. So I didn't do a video of how I did this, so it's one of those where I just enjoyed myself instead of videoing it, and you know, just created this little piece. So these ones actually, they come with the little lights, this floral what do you call, garlands or something like that. Yeah, so they come with the floral, and then I just kind of did some creative stuff, as you can see. So that's just a normal rope. Yeah, normal rope. And this is a normal battery powered lamp. I just loved the vintage, sort of vintage retro look. Would you call it vintage retro? Leave a comment below and let me know. And I love the warm color with the little like gold shade on the bulbs, and I just think it's really pretty. When I saw them, I just fell in love with them, and I thought, actually when I saw them, it was only one, and then I asked the ladies at the shop whether they're going to have some more, and they said they are not sure. Then one day I just went back to buy my favorite little food that I buy from that shop, and guess what? They had them, two of them, the only two that were left, and I thought, God led me there. I'm telling you, I had waited like maybe a couple of months, yeah, quite a bit, and voila, there they were. I really love the way they turned out. I didn't even expect it to look this good, to be honest. It really shocked me. So as you can see, the other one has got more darker pink, and this one has more lighter pink. So I really love these curtains. They look warm. They've got this feeling like they're warm. And also I love the net curtains. They've got this vintage feel. That's why I chose them. They remind me of a cottage, really a little bit old-fashioned, as you can see, and it really matches the curtains, which are a little bit modern. So it's a little bit a mixture of everything. A mixture of everything, a mixture of new and old. But the thing is, the curtains are not as thick as they actually look, unfortunately, but they just have that feeling of thickness, like winter curtains, but they are quite light, to be honest. So by the time they arrived, I realized they were not super thick, but they're still not as light as summer curtains. But So I'd like to also show you that ottoman, which was also another vintage find, which I got in the garage sale, and I upcycled it, and I could even upcycle it some more in the future, so look out for the next videos. That's also one of my new chinoiseries, and if you would like to know where I got it, leave a comment below. Yeah, so I think it will be fun if we can discuss about it. So it's one I really love, that the way it looks like an afro noiserie if there's such a thing, because it's got the elephants and the animals on it instead of the usual chinoiserie. So that's what I'm calling it at the moment. I'm calling it an afro noiserie. Yeah, so these are one of the beautiful mirrors that I also found while vintage hunting. It's actually a bigger mirror than the other one. It's more long and wider. I really love it. It's just, again, I just love this design. I'm obsessed. And these are the wardrobes that I found vintage hunting as well, especially when I found the new house, the previous house to this one. Seriously, I just love the detailing of the white with the gold. So it's more retro, to be honest, so it's not super vintage. And guess what, I found a third one, as you can see, but the bedroom is not big enough to, or maybe it was just the design of the house just wasn't fitting as I wanted it to. It just wasn't fitting as I wanted it to, because I could have put it side by side with the other two, but the dresser, which is this dresser here, is also another vintage find, definitely. So is the chair. We actually found this with a friend of mine. We went out, just, we were out and about in our usual, weekends, having fun, and then we spotted these two chairs. So she took one and I kept this one, so I thought it would match with this, well, kind of. And it's also another opportunity for an upcycle, so watch out for the video. So absolutely love this dresser. I'm thinking of either leaving it as it is, or in the future also doing an upcycle. I think it would really be fun, so let me know what you think of it. It's very, very 1920s, do you think? Yes. And that's one of my African fans. They are also from Maasai market. Really nice. That's also one of my fans from the Maasai market. Yep. Let me know what you think about that. And the mirror, I actually inherited it from someone. They were thinking of changing their home around, and I was going to put that like in, for example, in my garden or something. Then I thought, let me put it here for the time being. But this space, I'm thinking of doing something with it. So if you can remember this dresser, this was also one of my old finds. Absolutely love the design of it. It's just absolutely lovely. Can you imagine if you had two of them side by side and have like a little library for books and things like that? So I was using it to showcase my vintage collection of vintage cups and saucers, the trios that I found over time. But now I decided to use it for my shoes, and I think it looks quite nice here. Maybe it was not a good idea to put this cupboard there, but let me know what you think. But it just looks quite nice just with the shoes there. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I really enjoyed sharing with you my home, and I had so much fun making over this home. It's like the renovation or the makeover, whatever you want to call it. I really enjoyed it. Some of it might be exhausting, but it was a good exhausting. It's not like a very stressful work. So yeah, I just enjoyed being really creative and just discovering little items here and there to add to whatever I already had. So if you want to know where I found some of the items, for example the bulbs and everything, some of the mirrors, because some of them are actually just vintage items, so you cannot really find them again. And that's the good thing of having vintage items or a vintage interior, which is something I really love, because nobody can find it anywhere else. It's always just one item and that's it. It's not factory made. You can't go to the shops and then find the same thing. But some of the things you definitely can. For example, the bulbs, the the flower garlands, some of the mirrors, not all of them. Yes, or some you could find in the outlets if they no longer make them. Like for example the cupboards, they no longer make them, but you can also make it yourself. You could find a wardrobe and then kind of make it to look like that, which I've seen a few people doing. So yeah, so just let me know what you think of the video. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe if you've not subscribed, and share with family and friends, and also comment. Yeah, definitely leave a comment and let's have a chat, share information, share ideas, or if you want me to have a look at your video as well, just let me know. Otherwise, see you in the next video, and do not forget also to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, depending on which one you have, or if you want to follow me on all of them, please do, so you can be updated on little things that I'm doing here and there. For example, my crafts, my artwork, or even more interiors and upcycling. See you in the next video.